Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. Hello, my name is Grimoire Index, and I think there's an ad that's getting ready to start. uh, it's so lovely to see you guys. Today, obviously, as you can see by your cell phone, telephone, computer screen, we are going to be diving deep into the SCP files once again, and because it's SCP Sunday. I am exhausted. If you could not tell, maybe you could tell. This past couple of days has been very exhausting. I hope you're doing well, and yeah. Oh, something I was going to mention, you might want to scooch the article on the screen a tiny bit to the left of center to center the article a little more. Do what now? Give me a second. Like that? Oh, you can't see me doing this. I assume you mean like this. Or maybe like this. I assume you mean like that. But that is besides the point. I cannot fix it in media res, so you all will have to wait until I need to reset something. We are going to be without VBridger today because I am lazy and I do not want to turn it on. And you will have to deal with that, unfortunately. It looks a little weird when my mouth doesn't move. I speak, right? Think of it as another anomalous entity type thing. Either way, thank you all for coming today. It is so lovely to see you. Anyway, let us find this article that I was looking at. There we are. Now it's all full screen and you can read it. How was your weekend? Before I begin, I hope you're doing well, and I hope your weekend is... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, big yawn. I hope your weekend is going as well as your week was. I hope that the world hasn't beaten you down too much, and that you found time to read and take care of yourselves. It's very hard out here, so be kind and obviously be good to others. Let me pull out this streamy chat thing. Please stop. There you go. Alrighty. Also, hi YouTube. It's been a while, hasn't it? I think that is it. What did... I believe you said something. What did you say? My brain is on, like, 5 different brain fog moment. What was that? I see nothing but the social spam. That's RoboCrow. Oh boy. Oh, I recruited some ghouls to rearrange the crow's nest. Hi. Hi. Welcome in. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and start our first SCP of the evening. Get comfortable. Welcome to the Library Paradoxica. SCP-563. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. As all carcasses of SCP-563 have been removed from SCP-563, minimal containment of SCP-563 is required. It is to be surrounded by a perimeter of motion trackers at every 3 meters, which are remotely monitored by Site 12, 65A, 15 kilometers away. Mobile Task Force 22, codename Hannah's Barbarians, is tasked with locating and contacting other instances of SCP-563 and finding information pertaining to the Ancient Dragon Culinary Corporation. Currently, MTF, is that Epsilon 22, is working with the governments of South Korea, Japan, and the People's Republic of China to covertly outlaw the trade of SCP-563-B instances and recall any existing instances citing food safety concerns. The government of the People's Republic of China is currently collaborating with the Foundation to found sites similar to SCP-563 and locating living instances of SCP-563-A for study. Description: SCP-563 is a designation for an abandoned plot of farmland located in Hubei Province, China. The facilities of SCP-563 have been modified for factory farming of animals, weighing up to several tons. SCP-563 is equipped mainly to handle large poultry, but other animals raised at the facility. SCP-563-A refers to the carcass of presumed livestock of SCP-563, which were found at a time of recovery. SCP-563-A instances were several species of dinosaur and related reptiles that lived in China, Mongolia in the Jurassic period and the Cretaceous period. For a partial list of recovered specimens, see Log 563-05. When alive, SCP-563-A instances were presumably farmed to create instances of SCP-563-B. 563-B is the prehistoric food line of products made by a company known as the Ancient Dragon Culinary Corporation. Records of this company have been found, but as of writing, the location of their primary business office and other facilities used to make SCP-563-B are currently unknown. SCP-563-B products are sold in several East Asian countries, but have been discovered in some supermarket chains in the United States. Various instances of SCP-563-B include apatosaurs. It is an instant ramen made with a sweet and sour sauce with the meat of an unknown sauropod, presumably smaller and easier to contain dinosaurs such as Albersaurus dongpoi. Notably, chunks of gastroliths have been found in this product, suggesting it's partially made with stomach meat. Ancient Dragon Velociraptor noodles. This is an instant noodle made with assortment of meat from several dinosaurs, as well as pork, rice, and chunks of melon, in what is advertised to be a velociraptor broth. Testing the broth is inconclusive. Product reportedly tastes like high-quality instant noodles, with a high salt content. The first product of the Ancient Dragon Culinary Corporation to be sold in the United States in the redacted specialty supermarket chain. Dragon Bone Tea. Powdered tea advertised with Powdered tea advertised being made by using the bone meal of various species of dragon. DNA tests has shown that the particles are partially derived from non-fossilized dinosaur bone, but approximately 75% of the test results have been inconclusive. To date, this is the only product made by the Ancient Dragon Culinary Corporation that has been recalled for safety reasons. I think this is just making me hungry. Oop, sorry about that. Dino Snacks. Dino Snacks has been sold in Japan under varying flavors, marketed using anthropomorphic dinosaur mascots, including Takakura Tyrannosaurusu and Riza Raptoru. Products resemble American pork rinds. Testing of the products has revealed that it is made of several species. Kentucky Fried Pterosaur, a deep-fried poultry product sold as a frozen dinner in some parts of South Korea. As the name suggests, the meat is made up of Therosaurus what is that? Cheiloniformis? To reportedly taste like a very tough chicken. Oh, wow. Hyoriru Kogan, which literally translates to dinosaur tentacles, primarily sold in Japan. Consistently found to be made out of meat of Petriosaurus of the Geliolopterus gene, advertised to increase sexual stamina and fertility in both men and women. Not tentacles. Yeah, I know what I said. Welcome to the Library Paradoxica. Welcome back, real girls. Other non-anomalous products in this line can include ginkgo soup, candied fern leaves, and apparently the steamed buns with fish has been crossed out here. Let's go see why. Footnote 2. The fish in these buns have been found to actually been a species of troglobite, shelled and heavily cooked. Records found pertaining to the Ancient Dragon Culinary Corporation lists SCP-563 as Production Farm 22. Investigations into the existence of the other 21 farms and other facilities related to SCP-563 is currently ongoing. Log 563-5. A partial log of deceased specimens of SCP-563-A. A group of Microraptor Zyoanus found in a locked shed near the central office of the farm. Injuries indicated that they were shot at close range with 10mm rounds. Notably, 2 instances were found to still be alive, having avoided fatal injuries from the gunshots and surviving on the carcasses of their deceased instances. All instances were found to be wearing pet collars. Several hundred instances of Geliolopterus ningenesis, presumably in an artificial nest, were found in a large metal shed. Cause of death not immediately obvious. Testing has shown that all instances have been exposed to cyanide gas. The carcasses of several species of unidentified sauropod immolated, found in a field surrounded by a highly powerful 15-meter tall electric fence. The fence was found to be active upon containment of SCP-563, and contact with it results in severe injuries to a recovery force member. But remains of several ceratopsian, not you, Siri. Ceratopsian dinosaurs, including Protoceptorus, oh my god, dinosaur names. Is that Protosop? It looks like it would say like Protoceratops. There you go. Were found near the aforementioned sauropod enclosure. Yeah, it looks like Protoceratops, but I was just like, is that how you say that? Protoceratops? I was like, Posthumous examination of all SCP-563A instances found that up to 79% of the individuals found a pyron in their system prior to their death. Testing on this pyron found it similar to a pyron that causes Kuru, suggesting that SCP-563-A instances have been fed or were feeding on the meat of their same species. Notably, most species of raptor found on site were immune to this pyron. Addendum Document 563 ADCC-05. The following is a translation of a document recovered from behind a picture frame in the main office building at SCP 563. The document was partially damaged by mold. However, Foundation linguistics have been able to reconstruct what they believe is an accurate rendition of this document. Dear name unknown. As the Americans say, we've hit the jackpot. Windfall, big time. No more simple, frozen meals for this failing company. The jungle you pointed us to has given us quite a boon. The meat is delicious. The fruit is unknown, most likely a synonym for delicious. And the seafood. One of the cooks made stir-fry with ginger, and I suppose you would call them shrimp and clams, but honestly, I am no paleontologist. It was the best thing that I had ever tasted. As for the eggs, well, we're having difficulty finding unfertilized ones. The ones we do find either hatch, have babies, possibly embryos or zygotes in them. But the things that do hatch, they would make an American scientist, most likely a paleontologist, blush and then die of joy. We're sending back a few specimens to the leader. Next stop, unknown sentence, indicates a country to the north, most likely Russia or Mongolia. Northward we go. With regards, Xiao Song. Footnotes: Takakura, Tyrannosaur, and Rhesoraptor, respectively. Well, who's making dino nuggies out of the dinosaurs? Why did we do that? Why are we making dino nuggies out of actual dinosaurs? I feel like, and they're not even being treated well. They were in a shed. It was the worst. Oh my goodness. Going straight to the no. Those poor, I actually feel kind of bad for the dinosaurs. And if you guys will give me a second, I have to open a package. If you don't want to be food, why made of food? I feel so bad. Why did they do this? ASMR unboxing. Alright, I got you guys. I tend to rip open boxes, so. This is me. There's another box. Kill that box. Kill it. I'm killing it as hard as I can, I promise you. Oh my goodness. Now, can you guess what I am opening? Say ara ara. Now? While I'm opening a box? Ara ara. どうしようね。Can you guess what it is now? It is not a tape measure. It is rather clicky. I'll put it next to the microphone a little bit. Oh, doohickey. Nice try. It is not a doohickey. I hope these ones last a little longer than the previous ones, honestly. Because, we were struggling last time, let me tell you that. Now? It's not even ASMR. It's not even an ASMR day. It's not a bloopy. Okay. Today's not even an ASMR day. No, it's not. It's not? No. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub. Make sure to say thank you, okay? And welcome to the Library Paradoxica. No, I've had the new bloopers in a while. And since you all have, ran out of choices, these are my brand new headphones. They are, sound cores. They are very nice. So this way I can block out all the haters. Just kidding. because I don't have any of those because I am small. All I have is love for you guys. Um, with that being said, let us find our next SCP. Very nice. Oh, looks like we found it. You know, I will say, before we begin this one, it was very weird the other day ago. My foundation contact was I'm gonna keep it tall with you guys. He was a little upset at me because I was talking about SCPs on my live show, and he said, "Well, you shouldn't do that." And I said, "Well, what about the other people that do videos on it?" And he said, "Videos?" Because he was completely aware that there was an entire subsection of SCP videos that he and his group were able to watch. And he just kind of looked at me blankly and said, "Carry on." I have no idea what they are going to do with containment, but I wish him the best of luck, honestly. Anyway, let us begin. SCP-4041. Item number SCP-4041. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. The Dynasty Protocol is currently in effect, and it is to be maintained indefinitely. Birds injured by SCP-4041-1 are to be explained under the cover story of predatory birds consuming toxic materials. Civilian witnessing or interacting with SCP-4041-1 are to be amnesticized. Dynasty protocols are as follows. Complete infiltration of paleontology field by foundational personnel. Surrounding planned and current paleontological digs, both anomalous and non-anomalous, with anti-avian measures prior to excavation. Widespread declaration that the theory suggesting that birds evolved from dinosaurs is obsolete. Use of mimetic agents embedded in educational media to reinforce that birds and dinosaurs are unrelated, and that no dinosaur ever possessed feathers. Description: SCP-4041 is a phenomena involving anomalous coordinated behavior among various species of birds. SCP-4041 events begin as ordinary flocks. The flocks will stay close to the ground, often generating large clouds of dust or dirt. High-speed cameras trained on SCP-4041 events have detected small groups of birds within the flock attaching their wings tipped together to form rings before dispersing again in very short bursts of light. Observations of SCP-041 events have not shown any inherent patterns in these lights. Excavations of the ground beneath SCP-4041 events will often 70% uncover dinosaur fossils. Rarely will this occur in locations previously shown to be completely excavated for fossils. Fossils discovered after SCP-4041 events are always of theropod dinosaurs, often coelurosaurands. Sorry, there's a footnote here. A group of dinosaurs that includes Aractoperex. I'm gonna get all of these names wrong. I'm so sorry. Strimnominus, and obviously the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The variety and quantity of the fossils increase with the number of birds in the SCP-4041 flock. Fossils located via SCP-4041 appear non-anomalous. They exhibit a high degree of preservation and detail, with feather imprints and skulls often intact. The fossils match generally accepted taxonomical timelines. 11 new species and 17 new subspecies have been tentatively accepted by Foundation paleontologists. SCP-40401-1 instances are translucent Class 3 incorporeal entities and resemble theropod dinosaurs in various states of decomposition. All instances with visible skin lack feathers. Here's a timeline of the SCP-4041 instance. Starting in 1861, Friedrich Whittle and Carl Haberlein discovered the first Archaeopteryx skeleton unearthed in Germany. Later suspected to be an occurrence of SCP-4041 due to the mentions made in Haberlein's journal of the great and peculiar flocks of birds seen that day. In 1859 and 1863, British biologist Thomas Huxley learns of the recent discovered, I'm refusing to say this now, and becomes an ardent proponent of possible evolutionary relationship between dinosaurs and birds. Collateral damage during the Munich World War destroys rare Spinosaurus fossils suspected to be compromised by SCP-4041. Surviving photographs and journals were edited, and that was in 1944. 1971. Birds involved in the most recent SCP-4041 event sustained severe and often fatal injuries during the event, usually bite marks, dismemberment, blunt trauma, or complete crushing. SCP-4041 events often lead to civilian discovery and publishing in Sinosauroplexus, the first publicly documented feathered dinosaur, first instances of birds sustaining injuries outside of the duration of the event. That was in 1996. Pascal Godefroot, a Belgian paleontologist. I am so sorry to all of my Europeans. I'm absolutely going to butcher this. Sustained similar bite injury after publishing an article describing dinosaur bird failing. Is that phonology? He is hospitalized and claims to have seen incorporeal dinosaur-like entities. After Godefroot's recovery, he is amnesticized and the cover story of a car accident is disseminated. SCP-4041 event ends prematurely due to death of all birds present during the event. The cameras detect a translucent silhouette resembling a Tyrannosaurus Rex. designated 40401-1. That was in 2004. In 2006, SCP 401 4041-1 instances destroy several museum displays and theropod fossils. That was in 2006. 2009, SCP 40401-1 instances manifest within a... Oh, adds in 30? Okay, well, you know what? I'll wait before reading that one. Oh boy. My dyslexia just decided to go, "Hi, I exist." Smile. More like 10 now. More like 10. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great, sweetie. That's literally what it is. You're doing great, sweetie. Ah. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the hydrate redeem. Thank you so much. I think that while we are in this ad, I think I want to talk about what is happening in February. I won't have time to do like a big video on it, but I will make a short. Number one is that I will be attempting, keyword here is attempting, to stream on YouTube. I think YouTube will be a little better for me. Maybe I can try TikTok again, but TikTok doesn't really like non-gaming streams. I would like to play a little bit more games, so you'll have to bear with me there. I'm really excited for next month. Next month is our Love-a-thon. I know plenty of people have a Love-a-thon going on, but none of them are me, so it doesn't matter. But none of them are me, so it doesn't matter. It genuinely... But that will be happening next month, like in the beginning of next month. Also, if you haven't noticed, but I'll tell you, I have increased the amount of ASMR videos that I'm putting out weekly. So instead of just one every 2 weeks, you guys are now going to get 2 every week. Please pray for my existence, and if you would like to make decisions on what possible ASMR I perform or do, you should join the Discord. I have a big ghoul chat where you can request different things of me, that is, different ASMR scripts. And trust me, I do read everything that you guys submit. So if you have something in particular that you want to hear from me, or maybe you found a fun SCP you want to share with the class, definitely go ahead and send that one over. because, you know, we love SCPs in this house, especially me. A BTW. I highly recommend 1265 be included in any selections you make. Of course, we will grab that one after this one. I was also thinking about changing the hours, but not yet. Let me sit my butt down. There's also a couple of other things that I'd like to look over. There are a couple of things I want to look over with my model. It is finished. It's just, it needs a tiny, itty bitty bit of tweaking here and there. Okay? Alrighty. Are we good? Can I continue with reading? Hopefully. Let's go. SCP-40401-1 instances manifest within a Foundation Paleontology Conference, entering 22 before MTF Phi 2 Clever Girls and MTF Mu 13 Ghostbusters arrive at the scene. See Incident Log 4041119 for details. Incident Log 4041119 Incident Log. Following treatment of all injuries, subsequently moving SCP-401-401-1 Dinosaur to a permanent containment cell, Dr. Barbara was interviewed. Oh, I think this is a hyperlink. Let's click on it. Oh, looks like access was granted. That was so easy. Look how easy that was. See how easy it was to find you? Hold on. Let me make the... See how easy it was to find you? At 16:14, 4 MTF Phi 2 agents arrive on the scene and enter from the back of the conference room. 3 instances of SCP-4041-1 are present. 2 distinct raptors and 1, what is that? Like, what is its common name? What is your common name? Hold on one second. What is your common name? Dino. How do you say this? Yeah, how do you say that? Dear God. Oh. Dinosaur. Are you sick? Its name is Dinosaur? Hello, Grim. Hello, what? Dinosaur. Like, here I am thinking Dinosaurus. No, Dinosaurus. Who is naming these dinosaurs? Yes, I'm going to name it the most obtuse thing, Toaster. Hello, Grim. Hello, chat. Hello. Mostly harmless obelisk. Welcome back. I already forgot. I just, it's gone. Dino Carey. That's his government name, Dino Carey. The raptors have bitten 5 researchers already, while the Dinocarius stands over one attendee. Why is he stand still like that? 16:15. Phi-2 agents fire at raptors to no effect. 16:17. Don't do it. Phi-2 leaders charge the raptors, flanked by her teammates, and vocally intimidate Tyrannosaurus roars. Sorry, vocally not intimidates, but is that intimates? Is that ugh, my ADHD is really evil today. Tyrannosaurus roars to challenge them. The raptors retreat. Site-wide evacuation commences. 16:22. The raptors call to the... I already forgot how to say this. It crouches over the prone attendees, identified as Dr. Karina Barrera, and then join the raptors. The Dinocarius charges, knocking over one agent and swatting another with its tail. Several attendees are trampled. One raptor solidifies to bite onto an attendee's leg. An agent shoots it in the head. The raptor screeches and disintegrates in a cloud of purple smoke. The Dinocarius attempts to flee, picking up Dr. Barrera and carrying her on its back. Mu-13 agents arrive and neutralize the remaining raptor incidents using spectral weaponry. Phi-2 leader recommends the capture of the Dinocarius. Following the setup by Mu-13 agents, Phi-2 agents use dinosaur calls to herd the Dinocarius into the Chalice-class spectral containment ring, which activates and successfully captures the instance. Following the treatment of all injuries and subsequent moving of SCP-4041, 4041-1 Dinocarius to a permanent containment cell, Dr. Barrera was interviewed. Interviewer, Phi-2 agent Angelica Iglesias. Interviewee, Dr. Karina Barrera. Begin log. State your name for the record. Dr. Karina Marina Barrera Campiana. Iglesias places a large file folder on the table. Barrera. How's your arm? Just a scratch. Look, Karina, let's get this over with. Right now, I want to know exactly what went down at the conference. Ghost dinosaurs. Not the weirdest thing in our world. Come on, I've read 4041 documentation. I know there's ghost dinosaurs. What I want to know is how you got through without a scratch, while 16 other people have Jurassic Park scars. Jig's up, I guess. What the hell did you do? Right. So remember that paper I published in 2007? The one about the Arachnomeroids and the striations on their arms. Oh, and the striations on their arms and wings and anchoring bones. Yeah, of course. I read all your stuff. Yeah, so that wasn't all me. I know you're not a plagiarist, Karina. Get to the point. Okay, 3 weeks before the submission deadline, I had a dream. I dreamed of a Dinocurious and a Galmius and a couple of others. They showed up in my room, but they weren't ghostly at all. They were fully fleshed out, most vibrant, colored scales I'd ever seen, and not a single feather on them. Right. And this fever dream inspired you to crank out that paper? See, they stood differently, looked differently. Nothing about them fit the standard model. I went back to our database and cross-referenced the records, but ignored all fossils associated with SCP-4041. What I ended up didn't look like the standard model at all. They looked like the things that were in my dream. Wait, so what you're saying, doesn't it strike you as a little suspicious how perfect the 4041 fossils are? They were a little well too preserved. You've got feather imprints on a Trudon in the same formation as a single fragmented Triceratops foot. It's like the murder scene with the fingerprinted gun left behind with a confession note. I mean, there's plenty of other ways to explain it. Yeah, that's what I thought too, so I decided to test it. I got to work publishing articles critical of the standard model. And you know what happened? Every time I exposed the flaw, someone found an answer. Sternum not the right shape to support a transition. Next, 401 fossil, there is. But why? Why would anyone do something like this? Who would want to create an entirely false fossil record? Okay, you are gonna think I'm crazy. At this point, I don't think anything's too crazy. I think it's the birds. And log. Dr. Barrera died 2 days later in a car accident when she collided head-on with a semi-trailer truck. Investigation of the scene found a velociraptor skull in the car's trunk. You're doing better than I think you're thinking. Oh no. my dyslexia will say, you're saying that wrong. And I would go, oh, I guess I am. Ah, boy. Well, if you guys would give me just a second, I need to refill my water bottle because I'm dying over here. My mouth is dry. I will return momentarily. And it goes like this. said BRB. What? What do you mean, see me next time? I'm right here. Grim is back. Oh my goodness. Are you trolling in my chat? Do you guys want some soda ASMR? Okay. Oh my goodness, I put too much ice in it. I know the Chinese baddies are going to be coming for me because I'm having an iced drink, but I really wanted a Coke Zero. But it's okay. Daijoubu desu ka? Daijoubu desu, daijoubu desu. He startled for a moment. Ah! Did I do it? Oh my goodness. I think I added too much ice. But, don't worry. This is what my giant Stanley Cup is for. It's for getting in giant Stanley Cup business. Alrighty. But yes, I'd love to do more games for you guys. I have a couple of games on deck. Maybe we could play some throughout the Love-a-thon week. Oh, weeks, because it's going on for several months. Whew, excuse me. Also, a secret hack for those of us who don't know. If you have not tried Coke Zero with a slice of lemon or a squeeze of grapefruit juice, have you ever truly lived? Try it, trust me. It is so good. Or an extra shot, if you have it, of butterscotch. Alright. Let's go ahead and get back to our SCPs. And yes, guys, I haven't gone anywhere. You think I would just leave you on an SCP day? No, honey, lock in. It's gonna be several... We've got several hours of SCP goodness. Alrighty. I'll try the Scotch one at work at work time when I'm at work. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it at least. But, you know, I'm a little freak, so. I'm a little, you know. Let me know what you think. Alrighty. Let's go on and have... Now, what was the one you were telling me to check out? Let's give this a shot. Is it this one? 1265? Ayo? I think it was 1265. Let me go and look up. Yes, okay, it was 1265. Alrighty. Oh, I'm sounding very southern right now. Blech. SCP-1265. Item number 1265. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Site-1265 contains SCP-1265, is to be publicly maintained as a wildlife preserve by the Safe and Clean Planet Initiative, a Foundation-front company. Scientific discoveries made by the Foundation regarding wildlife within SCP-1265 may be published, following corresponding evidence being found in the fossil record. Civilians wishing to travel through 1265 are to be treated with Class D anterograde selective amnestics in order to be unable to remember instances of SCP-1265-A they come in contact with. All untreated civilians found to come in contact with SCP-1265-A instances are to be treated with Class A retrograde general amnestics, implanted with false memories, and then released. Every 6 months, eggs laid by instances of 1265-A are to be harvested for incubation and study before being released into the wild at maturity. Full processes for care of young specimens of SCP-1265-A, including imprinting procedures, see document 1265-I. Description: SCP-1265 is an irregularly shaped area of land measuring 50 kilometers square within the Congo Basin in Africa. SCP-1265 is mostly contained within the Democratic Republic of Congo, but is approximately 15 kilometers squared, is contained within the neighboring Republic of the Congo. The majority of SCP-1265 is uninhabited, save for some tribal villages, and contains flora type typical of the Congo Basin. SCP-1265 is inhabited by several species of known to be extinct, mostly from the clade Dinosaur. These animals, collectively designated by 1265-A, appear spontaneously in groups of 5, approximately once every 30 days, and are not necessarily found on the fossil record within Africa. Instead, they appear to be selected based on the climate they lived in during the Mesozoic era. Instances of SCP-1265-A are incapable of leaving SCP-1265 as they dematerialize upon crossing the borders of SCP-1265 and reappear in an area within 3 kilometers of the border, sedated. SCP-1265-A are also not chosen based on one particular period of the Mesozoic, but the Cretaceous and the Jurassic are the most well representative, with sparse populations of the Triassic period dinosaurs. In addition, several non-dinosaur reptilians, such as petriosaurs, are known to exist within SCP-1265, but are not commonly seen. SCP-1265-A instances, even carnivores show no aggression or fear towards humans unless provoked. To date, 3 Foundation personnel killed in SCP-1265 have died as a result to accidentally provoking a 1265-A instance, as opposed to being actively hunted by a carnivorous species of 1265-A. Notably, there are few large carnivores or herbivore dinosaurs as 1265-A instances, and a lack of dinosaur species whose fossils have been found in North America. For example, such species as the Tyrannosaurus rex and a Brachiosaurus have never been cited in SCP-1265, but species such as a Spinosaurus and a Kentrosaurus are relatively common. Proportionally speaking, there's a 5-to-1 non-American dinosaurs to American species. Finally, there are several instances of 1265-A that have not been discovered in the fossil record, collectively known as 1265-alpha. SCP-1265-alpha instances are known to be unusually aggressive and will often charge or attempt to attack researchers and other animals within 1265 indiscriminately. As of yet, Foundation researchers have been unable to determine the origin of any Sorry, I needed some hydration. Most instances of 1265 alpha. Some have been found in the fossil record, and as such have been reclassified as SCP-1265-A. Notably, 1265 alpha instances reclassified as 1265-A usually lose all of their aggressive tendencies. 1265 is believed to have existed for at least 200 years according to historical records. Several instances of 1265-A have been integrated into the folklore of several tribes in the area near SCP-1265. Hold on, there's a little footnote here. Objects such as SCP-346 suggest anomalies similar to 1265 may have existed elsewhere, although no additional instances have been found. Excuse me, I don't want to burp. For further details, see Interview 1265-1. Interview 1265-1. An interview conducted by Dr. Wallace in a Mboshi village 5.5 kilometers away from the perimeter of SCP-1265 regarding 1265-A sightings. All dialogue is translated from the Lingala language. Dr. Wells, what can you tell me about the monsters? There are several of them in the jungle. Almost all of them in the water. They do not eat the people, though. Not most of them. Except for the Numanome. Hold on, there's a footnote here. This is roughly to large python. The large python is like a big snake with legs, walks on all fours like a dog, and has the big ridge on its back. That will eat you if it catches you. This is believed to be an exaggeration. To date, no record of any instance of SCP-1265-A consuming humans has been found. The Mole Embe is the largest of them all, one who blocks the rivers. It is big enough to block rivers and makes the lakes rise. It can breathe underwater, but it is not a fish, and the earth shakes when it walks. There is also the Meblu, the beast with planks on its back. Dr. Wells produces illustrations of Camosaurus and Kentrosaurus from his pack. Are these Moleke and Milu? No, yes and no. These do not have feathers. Everything is right, but Melu has feathers, and so does Mekele. They they are most like birds in that way, but they do not fly. The ones that do fly do not have feathers. What else can you tell me about the area? It is Hex. The Moheles and the Mokablus and others cannot leave it without vanishing, nor can their eggs or meat. Years ago, hunters tried to bring back the carcass of the Mokele. It took the whole village, and when they reached the edge of the area, it simply vanished. How many people have gone in the area over the past several years? Many. There are hunters, but they do not want to kill. They wanted to find the Mohele, and nothing else. They never succeed for whatever reason. It is because they do not look in that one area for Molele. We tell them that it is dangerous, and it is. All people know is that the area is dangerous and not to go near it. That will be all. Thank you for your cooperation. And log. Administration of amnestics was deemed unnecessary due to the familiarity of the village had with SCP-1265. Collecting notes regarding SCP-1265-A. Notes taken during a monthly expedition through SCP-1265 by Dr. Neal. Excuse me. I find it fascinating that all instances of SCP-1265-A, well, the dinosaurs at least, are feathered, not scaled. I have to say this, Chen. Eat your heart out. This blows Ziyang out of the water. Wen's come across a few carcasses, and he's joked a few times about seeing what they taste like. I don't trust dinosaur meat, especially given what was found at that farm in China. There are some trilobites in the water. However, the natives sometimes come here to fish for them. They taste like prawns. I have a feeling that farm in China was the same farm we talked about earlier, huh? Oh, let's read this footnote here. Pei Ji-Zhen was one of the 3 paleontologists who described the fossil of a Synopsisaurex prima in a 1996 issue of Nature. The Xi'an Formation in Liaoning, China, started producing fossil evidence of feathered dinosaur in the 1990s, with the Sinosaureps being one of the first to bear feather printing. As noted in the major descriptions, the majority of them are from the Clade Dinosauria and are suited to fit the climate of the Congo. Some of them are quasi-amphibious, such as the Kentrosaurus, which prefers to spend time in the water. Observations shown that it can hold its breath for up to an hour at a time. As such, Kentrosaurus native to the area have large amounts of algae growing on their plates and spikes, occasionally giving the illusion that they are a living bush of some kind. Kentrosaurus are usually quite docile, but we've seen their thagmatizers can take down small trees. This is a clinical term for the spikes at the end of a stegosaurus' tail. Despite the theory created by Dr. Russell in the 1980s, there is absolutely no evidence that Troodon would have ever evolved from the so-called dinosauroid, but they are intelligent. They have been seen using rudimentary tools in a manner similar to chimpanzees in order to pick fruit from trees, throw rocks at prey in order to injure it. We found a family of Baryonyx today. It turns out they are semi-aquatic and use their tails to shoot through the water after fish and chomp them up like a crocodile or a gallinaris. Gallinaris? Yeah, gallinaris. They appear to be associating with a clan of Spinosaurs, or Spinosaurs. Dr. Moore was very disappointed in seeing a large Spinosaurus, and I honestly can't blame him. They're mostly quadrupedal, have feathers covering more like ducks than anything. Their skeletal structure is completely unsuited for walking upright, and the less said about their so-called spine, the better. Scientifically fascinating, but as a lifelong dinosaur enthusiast, I must grieve for such a titan. We've made an incredible discovery. A four-winged flying dinosaur, with wings on both its arms and legs. Wang speculates that it's a completely new species of microraptor, native to Asia. It is colored like a raven. Its plumage is an iridescent black. Since it's not been found in the record, it is an alpha instance, and those things are tetchy. Wang nearly got his finger bit off, sedating it. If it's ever found in the fossil record, we'll name it property. But for now, it's Microraptor foundation. One second. Fossils of this species were discovered in 2012, and the animal has been classified as M. Hanquini by Gong et al. We finally found something that isn't feathered. It's a species of crocodile. Poscutius late Jurassic. It was drinking at the edge of a lake when it suddenly a pack of Colostophysis jumped out and attacked it. Several of them went for its throat, cutting the jugulars, and as soon as it bled out, they began stripping the corpse to the bone. It was astonishing, almost like piranhas tearing apart a cow in the Amazon. We managed to collect the skeleton, and Wang noticed that the thing had 3 shattered ankles, as if it had fallen and landed on its feet. Probably why the Coleophysis? We're just going to go with Coleophysis, was able to take it down so easily. We saw a magnificent fight from a Tyrannosaurus and a Carnosaurus? Tyrannosaurus practically decapitated the poor carnivore, which was about the same size. The Tyrannosaurus did something rather odd. It cut open the Carnosaurus corpse and dipped its claws in the blood, before scoring the trees around with dinosaur blood. I believe this was done for the purpose of marking its territory. It's actually rather fascinating, if somewhat gruesome. The Thanosaur then ate a bit of the flesh from the Carnosaur and left the area. Dr. Moore has never seen a Dilophosaurus outside of a certain movie. He was absolutely shocked when he saw one, and it wasn't a 2-meter-long creature that acted like a dog, but rather a 6-meter-long creature that looked like it could bite off his head. It ran away, but we managed to get some good pictures, and also found some footprints of an unknown sauropod. I honestly have no idea on Earth what we saw today. We saw another instance of SCP-1265 Alpha. It appeared to be a pterodactyl with a single horn, 4 short stumpy legs, but it had a long tail dragging along the ground, uncharacteristically of a pteropod. It didn't have a frill of any sort. Instead, it sort of seemed to have floppy ears near the top of its head. It was quite aggressive, and was engaged in combat with a Rhinosaur for some unknown reasons. It ended up goring the poor thing. We decided to head back to the site after that. Okay. Are the ads ruining your precious experience? Physicist. Hey, I'm trying over here. I get paid very well at the library. I do not get paid to read Dinosaur names. Luckily, Dinosaur is my flavor of childhood autism. My flavor of childhood autism was Power Rangers. And other things. Like the Powerpuff Girls. I really liked the Powerpuff Girls when I was a kid. But yeah, you know, magical force, mystic... mystic force, you know. I kind of like that. That was fun. Oh, and in case we're wondering, my favorite Power Ranger season, ironically, was SPD. I actually really liked SPD. ACAB, even if it's SPD, by the way, but like, I really liked SPD. Mystic Force was also really good too. I really liked Mystic Force. Other ones. Dino Thunder was always good. Always good. I stopped watching after the second season of Mystic. So it's a really long time ago. I've been trying to get into Kamen Rider because it looks really cool. Secret fact, I love Kamen Rider too. I love watching them transform. There was a I don't know why I'm talking about this, but there was a scene on Twitter where I was watching this cool fight of like one of them killing another one, and I was like, they can die? I was just like, it's a Super Sentai show. They're not supposed to die. My Power Rangers Mystic Force. Is that a euphemism for something, or? Anyway, yeah, that was actually a really fun SCP. Are you watching the Tojiyama Wants to Be a Kamen Rider? It's one of the best of last season and it's still going. I'd like to. I'd like to. It seems like something I would watch. I need to definitely take a look at that because that seems like something that would definitely be up my alley. Dewey, can you please write that down in the chat so this way I remember it for later? Sure thing, boss. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Alrighty. Let's read some more SCPs. I hope you all are enjoying the programming today. It's very light and fun. I will say that latest video. While today's programming is light and fun, the next video is going to be very degrading, I think. Hopefully that one stays up on YouTube. Not a massive amount of room for horrifying and depressing dinosaur SCPs. Yeah, I don't think I want any horrifying and depressing dinosaur SCPs. The world is already depressing enough. Please no. It's already cold enough, if you understand my meaning. It's already cold enough. Like, let me escape through, thank you. Let me escape through the, portal of warm and cozy SCPs. Alright, let's find another warm and cozy SCPs. Fun fact! Aside from a bit of proving to make sure the main focus was on dinosaurs, I did manage to find every dinosaur-themed SCP for you. Is this the whole list? This... Hold on, you guys have to see this. Hold on. There is a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38! 38! There are 38! 38! How did you find all of these? I clearly don't pay you enough. I clearly do not pay you enough. I clearly need to pay you more. I need to pay you more. You need more money. You want some more bird seed? You clearly need more bird seed. I cannot believe. Thank you. Bird seed and a pat on the head. And maybe some Discord Nitro. Or whatever. Maybe some more responsibilities. You like that? You like responsibilities? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and... What is this? We're reading this one. SCP-4118. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4118 is to be kept in a standard storage unit inside Site K-40. All SCP-4118-1 instances are to be kept in an adjacent unit. Interactions between SCP-4118 instances is permitted. SCP-4118-2 are allowed to visit their imprinted instances, but are to maintain their daily routines and not stay past their permitted time allocations. A custom containment cell has been constructed for the SCP-4118-1 population, with different environments and terrains accommodating the different species of SCP-4118-1. Particular plant species have been established in different areas of the cell and are to be watered regularly. Details within Killer Vines and Me, Foundation Guides to Plant Care, both anomalous and benign. The lights in the containment cell are to be placed on a 24-hour day and night cycle. Interactions with 4118 instances are permitted, but no personnel is allowed to stay in the containment cell beyond the times outlined in the visiting schedule. Personnel are not allowed to pick up 4118-1 or instigate fights between the instances. The schedule can be found in the cafeteria on the notice board. Current population of SCP-4118-1 is to be maintained, with reproduction encouraged if necessary. If population growth exceeds the constraints of cell personnel, are permitted to dispose of newer instances. All cases of improper disposal of instances are to be reported to Site Director. All exotic or unique 4118-1 instances are to be kept in hibernation in a secure, safe-rated storage locker in the observation room adjacent to SCP-4118-1's habitat. MTF Kappa 7 Fun Police is to monitor the county that SCP-4118 is found in for more anomalous activity and intercept any instances that may be sold on the market. The Romacoli Beitler Wondertainment Suppression Protocol is to be used to track down any additional SCP-4118 or 4118-1 being sold online. Oh. Oh my god. That's funny. Okay. Description: SCP-41-4118 is an opaque plastic tube resembling those commonly used for the packaging of plastic toy animals. The label displays an acrylic scene of a group of 3 theropods while a sauropod watches in the background. On the opposing side of the tube is a logo that reads Dr. Wondertainment's Tube of Dinos in bright block lettering. Underneath the logo is a paragraph of text that reads, "Have you ever wanted to peer beyond the veil of the past to see things time has buried? Have you ever wanted to discover things those grumpy paleontologists have yet to discover? Well, the newest invention straight for the genius mind of Dr. Wondertainment does just that. With our new product, the educational Tube of Dinos. Simply shake the patented time tube and you can have your very own tiny tyrants and recreate prehistoric landscapes in your very own house. Learn the behaviors of the behemoths of a forgotten era. Witness ancient rivalries of reptiles and mammals once again take center stage. Become a scientist, finding new interesting creatures that are stranger than fiction, only with our Tube of Dinos. May represent choking hazards to 3 or under. When opened, the tube appears to have a reflective surface covering the opening, preventing personnel from viewing the inside of the tube. This mirror is extremely resistant to any form of damage. When SCP-4118 is shaken mirror side down on a surface, an SCP-4118-1 instance will appear to exit the mirror. SCP-4118-1 instances are small animate toys made of a hard plastic similar to polyvinyl chloride, or PCV, thermoplastic elastomers, TPE, cryoline butadiene styrene, ABS, and resemble various prehistoric creatures, most commonly creatures from the Mesozoic era, although instances from earlier periods have been created. Instances resembling animals from the Cenozoic era have also been observed to be produced but at a slightly lower rate than instances found in earlier period. It looks like there were some humanoid instances have been produced thus far. Instances have been recorded to be various sizes, ranging from 3 centimeters to 60 centimeters tall, and are capable of consuming food. Instances are not required to eat, as the instances can live without sustenance for an indefinite period in a form of stasis. Herbivore instances, such as sauropods and ceratopsians, primarily consume plant matter. Carnivores and pescatarian entities, such as theropods and plesiosaurs, appear to ingest any plastic they consume, although no excrement of this instance is noted. Instances have noted to be faster and more agile than previously assumed of their respective species, but that has been theorized only due to their size and or composition. SCP-4118-1 instances appear to be living in savanna-like conditions. The majority of the instances go into a form of hibernation if there is low light conditions in their environment. However, several carnivore instances have seemed to be more active during this time. Instances can be awakened from their stasis by stimuli and have been noted to respond to vocalizations of their young when attacked by carnivorous instances during their period of hibernation. When an instance from SCP-4118, the first human being SCP-4118-1 sees within the 10-second time frame will be imprinted upon. That subject is then designated SCP-4118-2. An imprint seems to be permanent, as SCP-4118-1 instances have recognized and responded to SCP-41-2 at least 4 years after last contact. Instances are known to have a marked decrease in aggression near SCP-4118-2, to the point of docility, and remain docile even when either the people than SCP-4118-2 are near it. If SCP-4118-2 exit lines of sight for more than 10 seconds, SCP-41-1 instances default back to their original behavior program. SCP-4118-1 do not appear to age, but can be terminated if their head is severed from their neck, or more than 30% of their body mass is not present. No regrowth of injured tissue has been observed. SCP-4118-1 reproduce when 2 instances of the same species are in close proximity for an average of 47 consecutive days. One of the instances will appear to generate 1 to 40 plastic eggs, which after a period of 24 hours will hatch into smaller 4118-1 instances. These new instances will grow for a period of 2 days and 5 weeks. These new instances will appear automatically to imprint on their parents. The time required for reproduction and the amount of time of offspring produced varies between species. No factors have been determined to influence or induce reproduction, outside of the inference by staff. There are no natural ways of culling the population of carnivores within the ecology of SCP-4118, as resources are not necessary for reproduction, and carnivore predation is rare, outside of particular cases of cannibalism. Alright, let's look at some logs of variants. Ooh, this is long. Let's not. I was just like, oh no. Oh, that's a lot. Give me just a sec. Give me a second. I kind of want one. I kind of like. I imagine just just shaking out your little M&M's tube of little dinosaurs. I kind of want one. That seems so cute. Like if you make like a little. Does it have a Cantiosaurus SCP? Carnotaurus SCP? Possibly. I mean, there might be one in there. Who knows? Depending on which period it's in, I think. Depending on which period that dinosaur appears in, if that is a real dinosaur. I think it would be there. Ooh. Sorry, old lady needs the cracker back. Alright, let's continue. Let's start this log. Log of variants. Oh boy, I'm sorry in advance. Variant 01, Brachiosaurus. Altothorax. Herbivore instances located in the forest biome are sexually and socially monogamous, traveling and breeding only with one other instance, grazes on tall grasses and trees, and is rarely attacked by carnivore instances. Young travel with their parents until maturity, at which point they will leave and find a mate. Variant 2. This is Post-Suchus Kirkpatricki, analogous to modern-day crocodiles. Instances are very solitary, living in the swamp biome of the containment chamber. They seem to be ambush predators, waiting submerged underwater for other instances to approach and drink, wherein it will strike using its superior speed and jaw strength. Variant 2 will often barrel roll in small instances to kill, but with larger instances will usually tear flesh from limbs or torso. Variant 2's bite strength is noted to be strong enough to cause severe pain in personnel. No attempts to induce reproduction between instances have succeeded. Triceratops horridus. Herbivore herd animal moves in groups of 7 to 10. If attacked by predators, the instances will surround their offspring using their horns and frills to intimidate predators. V5, so this is variant 5, will employ a snatch and grab technique with their young instances trying to drag the target away before the adult instances take note. Mosasaurus hoffmanni. This is an aquatic pescatarian instances, formed a pod that slowly swims around the pool, hunting coleonath and occasionally ichthyosaurs. Have been observed to make vocalizations similar to whale song. The purpose of these vocalizations is unknown. Euteraptor Ostramesorum. Primarily nocturnal feathered carnivorous instances, marked more intelligent than other variants. Travels in 2 packs of equal size that appear to compete for resources. These 2 packs have been observed to attack one another using varying tactics such as ambushes in the forest or pitched battles in the prairie biome. Altruistic among pack members, the weakest and youngest have priority during feeding. Preening and grooming as a form of social interaction has been observed. Calaphosaurus perini. and aquatic ichthyosaurus instances. A pod of V6 is known to harass the Mosasaurus pod. For reference, the adult Mosasaurus is 70 centimeters long compared to the Ichthyosaurus, who are around 10 centimeters in length. Instances mainly consume coleonates, coleocanets, but have been observed to consume whale falls of 04. Variant 7. Latimera, dear God, Chalumie, colloquially known as Cole. Oh wow, Cole. I swear I just said this right. Coleocanets. All right, these aquatic herbivore instances, as opposed to their real life counterparts, are carnivores. They are the smallest instances produced, as their maximum size is 2 centimeters. It's difficult to judge the population of V8, as their size makes them hard to spot in the waters, even with sensors. They are the primary food source within the aquatic ecosystem, which is maintained by a fast reproductive cycle. The Pteranodon longceps. Longceps. The avian pescatarian instances use flight to plunge dive and catch V7. Have been known to be consumed by V4 when near the water. Produces vocalizations similar to seagulls. Creates nests out of woven plant material on the wall perches. Homo neanderthalis. Instances immediately attempted to communicate with researchers after creation and was detained for questioning. V9 is capable of simplistic speech patterns reminiscent of an extremely early form of Basque, a living language used in the region of the same name between Spain and France. After introduction to containment, the instances constructed a crude encampment within the forest biome, observed by creating primitive tools out of plants and parts of SCP 4118-1 instances. Raids food caches of V11 if necessary. Variant 10. Megatherium americanum. A herbivore, giant ground sloth, dwells on the border between the forest and plant biomes. One of the few variants produced that is originally from the Cenozoic era. It's not era. Yeah, era, not area. It uses its large claws to fend off predators and retrieve food from the tops of tall plants. It's slow-moving compared to other variants of its size, but is rarely hunted by carnivores. The Gigantosaurus carolini, the third giant variant in containment at 0.48 meters long. It is the only carnivore to consistently use O1 as its main food source. Lives in the forest biome, although due to its length, it's difficult for them to maneuver in their environment. Oh, what was that? Glasses? Hey, I need those! Oh, out? Can I head out? Oh, there's an ad break. Thank you. Did you take off my glasses because of the ad break? Gonna head out. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one. I'm sorry I didn't catch that. Excuse my language. It was the translator. English is not my native language. Hey, you know what? It's alright. That is completely okay. What is your native language, if you don't mind me asking? We'll just take a quick break here for the time being. Did you take my glasses because of the ad break? I don't know. I think I look plainer without my glasses, but... Not my glasses. And it is completely okay. Brazil! I recently figured out that Bernie the Puerto Rican food that we have on Christmas, well, not Christmas, that we usually have on Thanksgiving, is also like similar to what you might have there in Brazil. I think it might be the same thing, but it's cooked differently. I think it's also spelled the same too, but it's definitely pronounced the same. Bernie. I'm trying to solve the no sabo thing because if you don't know, here's something that you don't know about Grimm. My dad is Puerto Rican. So yes, that would make me Latina. Or at least partially Latina. Can you guess the other half? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's definitely unorthodox. We're working on it. Give me a sec. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Russian. No. I do think Russian is such a cool language to hear, though. Like, any of the Romance languages is really good. Really good to hear. Spanish, like portrait, like any of the Romance languages, mwah, beautiful, mwah. I broke my camera when I did that. Mwah, beautiful. All of them, beautiful. If you can speak a language, you win today. That's right. If you can hear me, if you can speak a language, if you use speech at all, you get a good night. I use language and send good night. Even if you use Bothan as a language. Bothan. Even if you speak Klingon, you win today. And Elvish. I remember, okay, so funny story, right? So I was speaking to my uncle who is a very well-to-do doctor. My uncle is a very well-to-do doctor. He looked at me and he said, "Grimm, you need to learn a second language." So I looked him dead in his face. Excuse me. And this is little me, so it was like baby me. So I said, "Unky, I want to learn Elvish." And my aunt goes, And then she looks back at my uncle. And my uncle says, Elvish? And I said, yeah, I want to learn Elvish. Like, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I'm going to learn Elvish. I'm going to revive a dead language. And he says, could you maybe pick a language that is less dead? So I said, what about Klingon? And he's like, what? Klingon? Are you sure, sweetie? And he's just like, I think after that day, like, he's never actually taken me seriously. After that day, I don't think he ever took me seriously. Okay, but how about Latin? Oh yeah, they definitely struck that one down. They were like, no. That's our Grim. You know, Heba Waba Newbie, you know? I'll just speak Simlish. And Pikachu for the rest of my life. PPP. Pikachu. Did you just pull out Simlish? Yes, you did. Listen. It's not my fault. Heap up a wabadoo, you know? It's not my fault. Alright. Let's finish up this SCP. If I can find the page. Oh, it's also one of my bestie's birthdays, so if he's watching this right now, happy birthday! If you're not watching this, you're totally dead to me, but you know, happy birthday anyway. I'm totally kidding, by the way. Happy birthday. Today's your birthday. Looks like there was a test log here. Test log. Acting researcher is Dr. Jonas. Test in question. Whether or not SCP-4118 can be provoked into releasing particular SCP-4118 instances. Test 1A. Dr. Jonas attempts to verbally trigger a response by saying, I want to play with my favorite dinosaur. Results. Instance resembling the genus Pteranodon instance begins to fly around the room. Notes. Dr. Jonas claims his favorite dinosaur is Allosaurus. Test 2A. Dr. Jonas attempts to trigger a response by thinking of an Allosaurus. Results. Instance is an unknown species of prehistoric reptile with large scythe-like claws. Dr. Jonas requests permission to name the new species. Request denied. On the basis of doesn't count, it's a toy, not bones. Test 3A. Dr. Jonas attempts to trigger a response by playing with several non-anomalous plastic dinosaurs, exclaiming, I would like to have an Allosaurus to play with. Resulting SCP-4118 automatically activated and producing a 4118-1 instance. Instance perfectly matches modern representations of an Allosaur fragilis. Test 41A. Previous tests repeated to account for possibility of coincidence. Result, same as previous tests. Conclusion. It has been concluded by Dr. Jonas and several other reviewers that it's most likely SCP-4118 instances are spawned randomly outside of any playtime and can only be requested when needed. Test log. Acting Researcher H. Test in question to determine the intelligence of SCP-4118-1 instances. Researcher H performs a basic Wells sapience test. All instances, with the exception of those in variants 5 and 9, demonstrate no sapience or self-awareness. The carnivorous instances seem to be more intelligent than their herbivore instances, as they are able to coordinate and hunt at packs. Variant 5 displays basic sapience and is able to recognize itself in mirrors and also solve complex puzzles with a success rate and a solve time near a crow's. Variant 9 displays traits of complex sapientness and tool making and is overall compliant with Foundation demands. However, is reluctant to interact with Foundation personnel, most likely due to fear of the height of the staff. Notes. Further testing with Variant 5 and 9 is scheduled. Testing on other instances has been put on hold as to focus on these instances. Interview of Variant 9. Interviewed. SCP-4118-19, shortened to V9 for brevity. Interviewer is Researcher H. Forward. Researcher H is native of Basque Country. Attempted communication with V9 in order to learn any information about SCP-4118. The transcript has been translated from Basque with some grammatical changes for ease of reading. Researcher H. Hello, V8. Can you understand me? V8 nods its head. Alright. Let's begin. Do you know what you are? This is not me. Smaller than me. Hard skin. Do you mean to tell me you were once another form? Yes. Before you. Much before. Home world was smaller. Home world full of monsters, animals, or abominations. Hairy beasts with spears, stones, for teeth, not lizards. And what happened before you found yourself in this form? Running, fleeing. All of us were running, fleeing, mountain, angry, alive, red, hot tears from the top, killing everything. So you were running from something, destroying everything, and you found yourself here? How do you think you found yourself in this form and in this time? Not sure. Last thing remember was asking shaman, priestess elder to save me. Scars are missing. This is not my body. This is, V8 appears to be struggling for a word. A golem statue fetish. I think I understand. Thank you for your cooperation, V9. It has been an enormous help. End log. It is unclear exactly what V8 meant by its many statements. However, it is assumed that one of the two scenarios happened. Either a volcano erupted near his tribe and destroyed V9's original body, with his consciousness surviving, or V9 is simply a living toy that was given fake memories. Whichever scenario it is possible that this is true for all sentient or near-sentient SCP-4118-1 instances. Recovery log. SCP-4118 was recovered from a family-owned convenience store, which the owners had been selling 4118-1. The anomaly was discovered by undercover agents of MTF Kappa 7, or the Fun Police, making a routine sweep of the country's convenience and toy stores. SCP-4118 was recovered from the location, and amnestics were administered as necessary. A disinformation campaign framing SCP-4118 as instances as prototypes for an upcoming toy line was deployed and was successful. Addendum 4118-A. On January 7th, 1998, a cell of the Serpent Hand breached K-40 and succeeded in stealing multiple anomalies, including 4118. Minor injuries were occurred on both sides, no casualties. Investigations into possible motives for the raid is underway. Motives behind the abduction of SCP-4118 are unclear, but the most popular theories are either that SCP-4118 has an unknown secondary function, or that it was a simple SCP to acquire due to its low security and ease of transport. All of the SCP-4118 instances were left behind, bringing into question whether or not the organization knew that SCP-4118 was responsible in creating them. Retrieval of SCP-4118 is considered low priority. Addendum 4118-B. On January 15th, 1998, 15 entrances of V5 and V8 were recorded missing from their containment cell. Video does not show the instances leaving the cell, nor did the research staff inadvertently carry them outside of the cell. None of the instances can be found within the site, and the rest of the instances in containment were placed on temporary hibernation. On January 27th, 1998, security observed the 4118-1 member of the Quetzalcoatlus northropi. Oh, excuse me. I completely skipped a sentence. Security observed 4118-1 instances approaching the front gate of K-20, along with SCP-4118 atop of an instance resembling a member of the Quetzalcoatlus northopi. It is unknown how or where the instances reacquired SCP-4118. Instances were recontained and SCP-4118 was placed into storage. Aww, so they went and got them back. Honestly, I only understand one word out of every 5, but for some reason I'm enjoying your content. Well, I'm happy to be enjoyable. Happy birthday, Grimm's bestie. Thanks. Feliz anniversario, Grimm's bestie. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I wonder if it's still like, it's still Feliz. Is Feliz anniversario? It's been a while. Yo no sabo. Oh man. Breaking out the yo no hablo. But that's okay. Like as I learn more, I'm gonna pick up more. I'm gonna try to pick up as many languages, not as many languages as possible, but I'm gonna try to like learn a little more about you guys. Please drink water. I'm trying my best. This is not water, but it is helping. Mm. It's really dry in my room today. Or rather, it's really dry in the library. So, my throat is killing me. uh, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. It feels kind of nice. Like it's like a comfy little hangout with just all of us. It's really nice. I hope you all are enjoying our little program today. Let me go and check up on YouTube, see how you guys are doing. Hi, YouTube! I hope you guys are doing okay. I missed you. It's been a fun stream so far. I'm glad. Oh my goodness. That probably does not sound very nice. I'm so sorry. There was this, I'm hoping that eventually I can get my computer troubles fixed, because there's a couple of worlds that I want to explore with you guys in VR chat. There's this one particular world. One second. Excuse me. I didn't want to burp in your ears. There's this one particular world where you can essentially become like the scale of like this molecule, and you can like walk yourself into like the size of like a chloroplast, and then you could make yourself as big as like a star. Like it is so cool. Like it I want to take you guys through that. You have to see it. There are several like little worlds that are very educational and stuff like that. And of course, there's a plenty of horror worlds and stuff like that. I really, really enjoy that type of thing. And I think we should see more of it. So when I get that all set up, that will also kind of be here. And plus, you guys can join me. I think I would like that a lot. That'd be cool. Yeah. and the best part is that it's free, and all you need to make sure is that your computer is able to run VR chat, and that's it. And of course, we will not be doing this in public, because why would you ever do anything in VR public? That's the unfortunate un you can never don't ever, and let me say this, do not ever do anything public in VR. Do not do anything public in VR. Yeah, especially on stream, man. That is crazy mess. Let me tell you why. Because there are a lot of like crazy people, children, because there are a lot of kids in VR chat that are wild. In my day, back in my day, when I was a young warthog, we used to kind of play out. There were a lot of things to do. Like, you could go play outside, you could go to the Boys and Girls Club, you could go to the stream, the river, all these other things. Like, there were arcades, you could go to Chuck E. Cheese, all sorts of stuff like that. Like, there were like little mini racetracks, putt-putt, whatever. None of those places uh really exist. Like, they don't exist like they did for me. So a lot of the online output for like kids, like young adults, is now like VR chat and roadblocks. And there are no guardrails for these kids. So you get like weird adults and like hyperactive screaming children in one place, and it's like chaos. Just straight chaos. Never do anything public. Yeah, VR chat is working on it, but man, no. Just stick to friends. Stick to friends plus. Here in my country, the kids are staging a protest on Roblox. You know what? Good for the kids. You know what? Maybe the kids are all right. I'm proud of them. Honestly, I love to see that. I'm all for protesting. That's right. I believe in protesting. I like my ice crushed. Because of chat censorship. I don't know about that one. Like, everybody had to deal with that when we were kids. Like the Wizard 101 like Rolodex chat. Where you had to like pick different responses. Oh man. Let's see. There's also like plenty of just pretty little worlds that I would love to do. Depending on if it's censorship or swear words or if it's getting into weird political stuff. All right. Yeah, yeah, that's ixnay on that for right now. But yeah. Tabletop Simulator got into hot water for censoring LGBT terms, quite rightly, as they should, because yeah, don't do that. That's not nice. It's not okay. But yeah. Yeah, it really does depend on what it is, but that is completely all right. Let us find our last. Sadly, I digress. Our last SCP, and don't worry, I'll try to make sure it's a long one, so we can spend as much time together as possible, despite me not having my glasses. Anyone under the age of 18 cannot use the chat. I don't know. I don't feel bad about that one, honestly. Like, I love y'all, but I don't think knowing what I was getting up to with a chat box in Gaia Online. Yeah, no, take it away. Take it away. I used to. Oh boy. Oh man, you thought I was I was a little freaky frog. I was a little freak back then. Think back to my time in Habbo Hotel. Not the Habbo Hotel. Yeah, I was a little freaky frog in towns, man. Ah, I remember. So, for those of us who played Gaia, do you remember when realizing years later somebody tried to groom me real? But for those of us who played Gaia, do you remember when they had to put in a delay of the sit and stand animation because people were using that to do some pretty awful things? It was crazy. And then there was like so many forum role plays that just like treaded the line. Also, ads are starting now. Oh boy. So many fun times back in the day, huh? All right. Let me find some more SCP goodness for us. Oh, yeah, let's do this one. Oh boy. I love this. I look at that. That's the title. That's the thumbnail for the thing. I'll just be like drug act. Drugs. Drugs. No. It's okay. We won't start reading the SCP until you're back from the ads. Excuse me. I remember. I remember back in the day when the EGL community, this is the English Gothic Lolita community, was in so much of a tits. Like, they were so mad back in the day. Oh man, EGL was so, whoo boy. Like, there was like always some like, what about this? And there was always like brand loyalty, and it was just craziness. Nowadays though, it's not as, I would say it's not as bad. Um, it is more like the brands that were there before no longer output the clothes that were there before. Like, the quality has changed, so therefore the brand eliteness has also changed. Also, the state of the world has changed, so like not many people can spend lots of money on frilly dresses. Although I will say that I've always wanted to have one of the original Alice and Pirates dresses, just magically. Welcome back, my community. Let's begin Dino vlogs. Do you guys like dinosaur vlogs? I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, me just yapping. Don't worry about it. Let's continue. Level 1, 6556. Classified. Item number SCP-6556. Safe. Special Containment Procedures. A DNS hijack protocol has been implemented by Foundation web crawlers in order to redirect anyone attempting to access the SCP-6556 channel or collection of videos. An alert has been sent out in place of any future activity by the channel. Description: SCP-6556 It's a channel on the online video sharing platform YouTube, titled The Life of Rex. Videos uploaded to the channel demonstrate a number of anomalous properties, namely the inclusion of living, atomically correct dinosaurs filmed in what appears to be the Mesozoic time period. The channel currently has 37 videos uploaded, which all revolve around the life of a juvenile Tyrannosaurus rex through the form of a video vlog. The content contained within the videos is most for the part highly anachronistic. Technical discrepancies exist within SCP-6556, as both the upload date and other pertinent metadata state that the videos were uploaded approximately 6 million years ago, despite YouTube being launched in 2005 and the internet and video cameras not existing until the 20th century. The About section in the channel is blank. All videos have been uploaded with the title pattern of Vinoblog, followed by a number corresponding with the order of the video uploads and exaggerated description of the contents of a video. Abridged list of SCP-6556's videos. Dinovlog 1. Welcome to my channel. Dinovlog 3. My favorite sunbathing spots. Dinoblog 5. My life so far. Dinoblog 8. Watering hole. Life hacks. Dinovlog 12. Build your own cave fort. Dinoblog 14. Rat battle against a rapping raptor. Dinoblog 22. A flower almost murdered me. Dinoblog 24. We are all going to die. Not clickbait funny. Dinoblog 26. Parasaurolophus egg omelet. Yum. Dinovlog 27. I'm sorry. Dinovlog 30. Filling my entire cave with ammonites. Dinoblog 31. Cosmogoneth does my makeup. Oh, Cosmogoneth does my makeup? Dinovlog 32. Crazy Ithosaurus bite. Dinovlog 33. Don't roar for Quetzalcoatlus at 3 a.m. Oh. Hello. What was that? Oh. Hold on 1 second. I swear something just happened. Oh, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the library, Cade Fola. I was wondering what that was, and I was like, what is that? Alright, let's go back to where we were, shall we? Excuse me. Dino 34. Dinovlog 34. What happens next will shock you. Scary, I almost died. Dinovlog 37. Bright light in the sky? UFO attack? Observers of the videos uploaded to the channel, or those who are made aware of this channel's existence, do not channel the chronistic nature of the anomaly and believe them to be historically accurate representations of life in the Mesozoic area. Individuals who have gone cognitohazard training or have a naturally high resistance are not subject to this effect. Excuse me. This is typically 6.3 or above in the Pucklin-Geller scale. Addendum 1. Forward. The following recorded Zoom footage was retrieved from the NAPC conference organizers as part of the initial investigation into the incident. Only footage pertinent to the investigation of SCP-6556 has been included. Dr. Malcolm. All right, thank you, Dr. Short, for the fascinating look of the limitations of the caterpillar theory. Up next, we have Dr. Eleanor Grant with an interactive presentation of the new evidence of toxic flora at the end of the Cretaceous period. Just give me, there we go. She should be able to screen share now. Take it away. Thanks, Greg. Today I'm going to be presenting some new evidence that reinforces my prior work on the theory of that meteor impact at the Chicxulub Lub may have been preceded by a smaller extinction process resulting from the development of toxic flora wreaking havoc on the diet of late Cretaceous herbivores. Dr. Grant begins to play a YouTube video in the SCP-6556 collection titled Dinovlog 22, A Flower Almost Murdered Me. After the title card, the video appears with T.Y. Rex holding the recording device. T.Y. Rex. What's up, Jurassic Junkies? It's another warm day out here in the woods, and the pterodactyls are scrawling. T-Rex closes his eyes while flapping his free arm, making a recreation of a large scrawl sound effect. So I figured it would be a good day to go on a hike. Footage cuts to a montage of a remix of various dinosaur vocalizations while T-Rex walks through a wooded area, often focusing on the megaflora in the distance, or smaller animals skittering away in the clearings before returning to a shot of T.Y. Rex standing in front of a small plant with what appears to be berries. A mountain range can be seen in the distance at the background of the shot. Dr. Grant pauses the video and zooms in to the mountain range before beginning to speak. See here? Through the comparison to those estimated maps of the era, I'm confident that these are the Rocky Mountains, placing Rex roughly in the area that would one day be Canada. Dr. Grant zooms out and back into the plant behind T.Y. Rex. And here we have a clear example of a rudimentary agnososperm with T.Y. Rex. Now watch as, Dr. Grant, I'm sorry, I have something to say. This is ridiculous. Excuse me? Dr. Grant says. What you're about to claim is not possible. You see those fern-like leaves? That is clearly some, pterodactylosperm and something more. Some completely harmless plant that existed for millions of years prior to the decline. There's no way it poisoned anything, or the decline would seem much earlier. I appreciate your ambition, but this does not stand up to academic rigor. Actually, I think Dr. Grant is right with this one, Jim. We don't really know about the early agnososperms look like, so theoretically, they could have had leaves like that. If you read the paper on the theory surrounding theories. Until you have verifiable evidence, there's no way I'm going to believe any of this. You know better than to espouse that logic. You look at the same rocks as we do. I'm sorry, everyone, but before this gets too heated, I think we should also look at the source of this evidence. Dr. Smith and Harris murmur in agreement. The title of the video is clearly clickbait, so we can't make any assumptions that T.Y. Rex hasn't altered the plant somehow to give the presented reaction. That's a valid point, Puranica. Dr. Grant, what is the provenance of the video? They're recently discovered videos on YouTube, uploaded towards the close of the Cretaceous period. They give unparalleled insight into the Mesozoic societal norms through following the activities of this adolescent T-Rex. I'm sorry, but this whole thing is a ploy? I think that's what Dr. Wessler was asking, hopefully. Good question. It is possible the whole thing is a ploy for views, but we need to approach the evidence with that in mind. However, I still believe there can be a lot gleaned from them as, for God's sake. Dr. France leaves the conference call. It seemed Dr. Francis counseling is encountering some technical difficulties. Are there any other questions? Eleanor. Well, I'm not appreciating your theory of the role of Pseudocarpa starry in a minor extinction event. I can't help but be startled by in the background of the footage during the hike, there was clearly a Brachiosaurus. Prior to this, our understanding of the fossil record had these two species existing 10 million years apart. This is quite revolutionary, and I don't think I can understate the implications for our field here. That is a fantastic point. If you check out the other video I have here, Grant pulls up a YouTube video in the SCP-6556 collection titled Dinovlog 26, I'm Sorry, and begins to play the video from the start. The footage starts with a cold open, revealing T-Rex in a room dimly lit with some fire off screen. Hey. So, this isn't an easy video to make. T-Rex pauses, glances down at the ground before taking a big intake of breath. In my last video, I ate some Periosophus eggs as a joke, and I have now realized is wrong. These actions don't represent me. They don't represent who I am as a dinosaur, and they don't represent the impact I want to have on the community. Unknown. If you want to trade stocks, Bitcoin, crypto, there's only one place to be. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was going to be ads. Let me just skip that. At the time, I was unaware of the hurt that this would cause. But now, I am. So, I apologize for being unaware of the impact of my actions at the time I undertook them. If I could go back now and replay the eating of those Periosophus eggs, would I do the same thing? Yes. Absolutely. They were absolutely delicious. I'd do it knowing the full consequences of my actions. Going forward, I want to take this lesson and learn from it and grow. Dr. Grant, you can see that T-Rex was also vlogging during his own time period as well, giving us a fantastic view into the world that not only of the days of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but the entire age of the dinosaurs. And I think Dr. Grant is interrupted by Miss Stevens, who has been silent on the call at this point. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself, but I do see none of you see an issue with the fact that there is a real dinosaur speaking perfect modern English in what appears to be a Canadian accent? Oh, huh. And it's on the internet. The internet created 66 million years after dinosaurs went extinct. Am I the only one realizing this? Well, this is slightly embarrassing. And it's blogging? I'm sorry, everyone. It appears I've made a terrible oversight. Miss Stevens sighs. No, it's all right, Ellie. We've all been under a lot of stress lately. I thought I was going crazy for a moment. I don't know how I didn't see it at first, but this completely revolutionizes everything. Dinosaurs invented the internet! All other conferences participants unmute themselves and begin enthusiastically voicing their ingredient. Oh, come on! Afterwards, during the 10-minute research, Foundation operatives were notified of the event, and amnestics were administered at the homes of each attendee. Alrighty. Oh, Excuse me. Alrighty. Let me make sure that everything is not on fire. 1 second. La, 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 la. There we are. Can you do live streams on TikTok? Oh, let me answer this question. Have you ever thought about doing live streams on multiple platforms, like beyond Twitch and YouTube? Grim does, well, tries to stream on TikTok when it'll let her. Yeah, so, unless I'm doing an ASMR stream or a, direct, thing that will change what is going on stream, what will happen is that I can stream for about 30 minutes and then it will knock my video down. I also don't have access to my virtual camera. So that's also another reason why I don't stream directly on TikTok. I would, the thing is that I would if it would let me. I will definitely give it more of a scholar's try, possibly next week. I'll definitely push for more. Now that there is a desire for it, I will definitely push for more. But with that being said, I think it's time for us to retire for tonight. It has been a fun time. As always, it is always fun with you guys. I love reading SCPs to you. I love discussing things. I secretly love the Power Rangers. Let's go ahead and get you guys over to someone that I trust. And I think you guys will enjoy as well. So, if you would give me just a second. And of course, as always, thank you for coming today. Be kind to each other. Read something wonderful. And be well. Okay? Good night, everyone.